Hey, this is Ryan from WebEminence.com, and I'm answering the all-important question today: how can I get my website listed on the first page of Google? I'm going to go over some of the basics of understanding why different sites are listed on the first page and how you can help your site get listed higher in the Google rankings. I have a lot of clients contact me asking me why their site isn't listed on the first page of Google, so I decided to make this video to help people understand what the different factors are in gaining a first page ranking. So this is my client's website who contacted me recently, so I'm going to go ahead and use this site as an example. And as you can see on the page, this site is selling hog hunting lights, so I'm going to research the keyword hog hunting light. This client's website was actually ranked on the first page of Google for a couple years, I believe, and we just recently noticed that it's not even ranked on the first 10 pages. So naturally he was wondering why that is, and he contacted me. So I'm going to show you what goes into my evaluation of a site like this, and hopefully it will help you with your own website in determining why your site isn't ranked in Google and how you can improve your rankings. So it's important to understand what Google's motives are, and a lot of people think Google is just some evil company out to make as much money as they can, and yeah, they are trying to make money, but the way they do that is by providing the very best results to the people that search on their website, and obviously they're doing a good job because they're the most popular search engine in the world. So when I type in hog hunting light and search, I do get some relevant results. I get some products that I can purchase. There's a number of sponsored ads that have hog hunting light in the title. And the most important thing I'm looking at are the organic rankings on the left. There are many factors in Google's algorithms to rank sites on the result pages, but one of the most important factors you should consider for your site is backlinks, and that's basically sites that link to your site. I just want to give you a quick visual on backlinks and how they work and how Google uses them to rank sites. And again, backlinks are basically sites linking to your site. So it's a link that someone can click on another site to be taken to your website. So let's take two sites, for example, site A and site B. And if I was to draw circles outside of those sites that represent other websites, and I'll use the size of the circles to represent the authority of that website. So, a site like CNN.com would have really large authority, and maybe a smaller blog would be a smaller circle. So let's say there's a bunch of different size sites out there. Some are more important than others, and they all have links pointing to site A and B. Some do and some don't, depending on if they think site A or site B are very important. So I've drawn a bunch of circles representing different websites. So this is an oversimplification of how the web works, and an important factor that search engines like Google use to rank sites and return the best results to the searcher. So I'll use a yellow line to signify a link, and let's say site A has two different small sites linking to it. And again, these are backlinks, and basically it's these websites linking to site A using a hyperlink. And let's say site B is a totally different website, and it has a lot more links pointing to it from small sites and from a few large sites with a lot of authority, like maybe a really popular blog or even a large news site like the Wall Street Journal or something like that. So I've drawn a bunch of links, and now you can look at site A and site B and pretend you are a search engine, and assuming both of these sites are about hog hunting lights, and you wanted to return the best result to your searcher on the search engine that you own, which site would you be more likely to display on the result page when someone searches for hog hunting light? You'd probably list site B on the #1 page, or maybe in the #1 spot, because it has so many different websites pointing to it. And basically, in the eyes of a search engine, a website linking to another website is essentially a vote, and it's saying that site B is reputable, it's trustworthy, and it has good information on it, or at least enough good information so that other websites are linking to it, and many websites are linking to it. So site B compared to site A is much more trustworthy, most likely, and it probably has better information. So site B is generally going to be ranked higher in a search engine than site A. Now again, this is just an oversimplification of one factor in search engine rankings, but it is a very important factor. Other factors would include the content of these sites. For example, if these were all hog hunting sites, these would be really relevant links. If these were all gambling sites, then they wouldn't be very valuable links. And then other factors include the content of site A and site B, how optimized they are, how new or old the sites are, because older sites might be more trustworthy and have more authority. So now that you kind of understand the importance of backlinks and how they're used to determine rankings in search engines, let's go ahead and research this example website. So basically my goal here would be to answer the question for my client, why is his site not ranking on the first page of Google, and what can he do to get listed on the first page of Google, or at least increase his rankings from where he is now. So one of the first things I would do is look at the competitors that are currently on the first page of Google and kind of look at their link profile, see how many people are linking to them, just to get an idea of how competitive this keyword is. So typically what I would do is copy the URL of the first 5 competitor sites that are ranked on the first page of Google, and I would go to a tool called Open Site Explorer, and you can find it at opensiteexplorer.org. It's from a company called Moz, M-O-Z, formerly SEOmoz.com. And you can go to moz.com to read more about them, but they give a lot of good content and tools for researching search engine optimization. Open Site Explorer is one of those tools, and it's basically a search engine for links. So you could put a URL in this box and click search, and it's going to give you a bunch of link metrics like the domain authority, page authority, and also several links that are pointing to that website. So I just searched elusivewildlife.com, which is the top competitor that's currently ranked number 1. Their domain authority is 23 out of 100, and what it says here is domain authority predicts this domain's ranking potential in the search engines based on an algorithmic combination of all link metrics. So that's a pretty important number to look at. For example, a site like Google would usually be 100 out of 100. CNN.com is 99 out of 100. So 23 is relatively low, but it's still good. A lot of new websites are going to be 0 or maybe 1 or 2, depending on how many incoming backlinks they have. So the domain authority is the overall authority of the entire domain. The page authority is the authority of that specific page you're searching for. So in this case, we're just looking at the home pages. I also like to look at the established links. 21 root domains means that 21 different sites are linking to this site, and there are 39 total links. I'm actually using a free account with opensiteexplorer.org. You can do a few searches for free without even signing up, but you will want to get a free account if you're going to do a number of searches. And there are a lot of tabs down here, so you can do some in-depth research, but I just want to show you some of the important things to look for. Under the inbound links tab, it's going to show you some of the links that are pointing to this site, elusivewildlife.com, so you can get some ideas for who's linking to your competitors. Maybe you're going to be able to get links from those same places, but at least give you an idea of why this site is ranking ahead of you. I'll probably do a video in the future on how to use Open Site Explorer and to get the most information from it without spending hours researching each site. But for now, I want to show you a comparison of the top sites for this keyword compared to my client's site. So I already set up a comparison with the top 4 competitors along with my client's site, hoghuntinglight.net. So you can see them side by side. And you'll see the page authority number at the top. And the first listing was 34, second one was 31, the third listing was 43, and then the fourth listing was actually eBay. So they have a really high page authority rank of 88. And the first thing you'll notice is obviously page authority isn't the only factor, because if it was, eBay would be listed at the top. But there's many other factors, and in this case, eBay isn't a hog hunting website. It's obviously a website with many different products, but since it has a lot of authority, Google is choosing in this case to show the Hog Hunting Light products on eBay.com in the 4th position in the results page. And this is actually the page authority, not the domain authority. If I was to scroll down, I would see domain authority. You see 23, 21, 34, 96 for eBay, and then my client's site is 19. And there's different factors that go into determining page authority and domain authority, but a big factor is the total links. So one line I look at is this line, and you'll see 39, 148, 635, and 119. So my client's site actually has more total links than the number one listing on this particular search. But again, there are other factors, like the quality of those 39 links is a big factor. And if we scroll down to the overall domain stats, you'll see the total links. The first listing, Elusive Wildlife, has almost 10,000 incoming links, and then my client's site has 375, and then you'll see the other sites have higher total links, and eBay has 183,000 incoming links currently. So there's a lot of factors that Google and other search engines use to rank sites, but this tool helps give you a starting point for understanding why some of your competitor websites are ranked ahead of you and maybe what you can do to help your rankings. And in this case, it makes sense for my client's website that they're not ranked high because these other competitors have a lot more total links to their site and they have higher page authority and domain authority. And again, like I said earlier, there are other factors like the on-page content, how many pages are on your site, how relevant your site is to the search term. And in this case, my client's site is very relevant to hog hunting light. I mean, the title is hog hunting light. It has hog hunting light in the content. I optimize page titles and image tags to have hog hunting light in them. So hog hunting light was one of the target keywords, so it should be one of the keywords that we target for a first page ranking. So when I answer this particular client as to why his site's not ranking on the first page, I would show him some of this information, and one of the main things I would suggest is to promote the site and to get as many incoming links to his site as he can. And there's a lot of ways to get links to your site. I mean, as you browse the internet, you see links all over the place on different websites, and your goal is really to get as many links to your website as you can from reputable sites and from sites that have to do with your particular niche. So in this case, my client would want to look for hunting sites, or more particularly hog hunting websites, to link to his website. So then the big question is, how do you get more links to your website? And that's a huge topic that I won't be covering in this video. I did write a free search engine marketing guide that's about 30 pages long, and most of it is devoted to sharing tips about how to get more incoming links to your website. And a lot of the methods in there are things that I use to promote my own website and get people to link back to me. So you can go download that for free and start using some of those methods today to start building links to your website, which over time is going to increase your page authority, your overall domain authority, which in turn will increase your search engine rankings over time. And unfortunately, there's no easy button that you can press to get millions of links back to your website. It does take time, work, and in some cases money to promote your site and get links back to your site so that you can get better search engine rankings and get better referral traffic and search engine traffic. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit more of how search engines work at a very basic level. Hopefully it helps you understand why your site might not be ranked on the first page, and it should also help you understand the importance of backlinks in promoting your website and getting it ranked high in Google and other search engines. Make sure to check out my channel on YouTube and also my blog so you can see some of the other information I've created that should help you with your search engine marketing. Good luck promoting your website.